on 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Miami as the Heat go up against the Golden State Warriors. Well, for Golden, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. Somebody we're going to be keeping an eye on tonight. What a story for this guy, Hassan Whiteside. He was a journeyman, and then last season, man, just exploded back onto the NBA scene. What do you make of what you've seen of Whiteside, Shaq?
You know, Ernie, he's got incredible height and wingspan at 7 foot. He blocks a ton of shots. Gets better every year, gets better every game. He's getting more comfortable. And you can be comfortable in Miami when it's 80 degrees all the time.
Without question. But if he can control his emotions and take that emotional energy and use it into his play, then he could be a real dominant center in the NBA.
Yeah, I think that was the problem early on in his career. It wasn't the ability. It was more just mentally if he was locked into the game and what his attitude was.
He looks locked in
like.
now, man. He looks locked in. I like him. He's going to be a top 5 center in the next 3 years.
I think he'll be better than Shaq before it's all said and done.
Ernie, whatever you're drinking in that cup, get rid of it.
Yes.
It's affecting your judgment.
That'll do it for now as we send you to Kevin Harlan, who's got the call.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Golden State Warriors come in for this one. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And for the Heat, we've got another hometown game here in Miami. Well, it's been an improvement this year over last season. They made a lot of adjustments, and happy to see that they translate into some tangible results.
And when you look at Miami, it's been the kind of start to their season that a lot of experts were predicting. And by that, I mean a very strong start.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, I was able to speak with Eric Spoelstra for a moment. He told me he's a fan of Andre Iguodala, especially the way he's developed his outside shot. He said that was one weakness. He could do everything else, pass, handle, and finish. And boy, what a defender. But now that he's developed that jump shot, there are really no weaknesses in his game. Guys, that makes it awfully tough to deal with a guy who can impact the game in that many ways. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Hickson with the ball. We saw him with 10 points last game. Shot clock at 5, and the shot falls short this time.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Livingston kicks to Green. That doesn't go either for Green. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to the Magic.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that when they just had an inability on that day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but that night they got up in their own heads. just got in their own way and couldn't get out of it.
Boozer with the screen for Wade. Kicks it to Dragic. Shot off the screen. Miami no good on that time either.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
He kicks it to Wade. Kicks in a screen. Wade drives in. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Ian Clark's checked in for the Warriors. Then for the Warriors, Freaks checked in for Iguodala. Livingston comes in for Ian Clark. And Curry subbed in for McCallum. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Hickson is out there with Josh McRoberts. And it's Winslow in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second. Getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the intensity is carried over into their ability to get out in passing lanes and really be disruptive in terms of their opponent's offense.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. The Heat trail by 7. And here's Wade. He's coming off a 16-point game against Toronto.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends.
5 to shoot. It's Dragic with the drive. Curry with some nice D.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Miami's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. They set the pick. Dragic against Curry. Right side, Dragic. Here's Winslow. It's rebounded by Golden State.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
Livingston passes to Curry. Green, the screen, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Whiteside's checked in for Miami. The Heat trail by 10. Dragic dishes to McRoberts. Here's Winslow. Here's Whiteside. Tries again. Winslow kicks to Whiteside.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
For Miami, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
Hassan Whiteside. 2.
First one falls for him. And he can't hit the second. Warriors leading by 9. Curry with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Curry passes to Freak. Dishes it to Green. And a miss there on the triple.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
7-second difference. Shot in game clock. Curry against Dragic. Here's Whiteside. 5 on the clock. Shoots. No good from Dragic.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Curry. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that does it for the first half of play. The Warriors on top, up 9. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, well, Coach, with this type of ball game, what needs to happen in order for you to pull out a win tonight?
Well, we have to play through some of the tough times, okay, whether it's a missed call or whether missed shots. This is a passionate game, and we got to stay the course.
Coach, thank you so much. Guys, handling both adversity and prosperity, so crucial.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
All right, men, we've done a good job in the first half of taking the momentum and being assertive with our style of play. Passing has been outstanding. You guys are playing smart team basketball. We've got to continue to share the ball exactly as we have been. I did, however, like our on-the-ball defense. We didn't give their ball handlers any breathing room, and they didn't handle it well. We came up with some good steals. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast that it turns into a shootout. That's not what we want. All right, everybody got it? Now let's get out there and tack some points onto that lead and make it a mountain that's too high for them to climb.
And now the third quarter about to get going. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry. And some changes here for the Heat. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Whiteside. Josh McRoberts comes in for Chris Bosh. And Winslow subbed in for Goran Dragic. Golden State also making some changes. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Freak comes in for Ezeli. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Freak in at shooting guard. Thompson is out there with Iguodala. And there's Livingston. And it's Barnes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Winslow wide open. He fires. No good with the triple.
You can't get in a much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
They set the pick. Here's Barnes. And again, it's the Warriors missing. The Heat trail by 14. The feed to Wade. 46 seconds left in the third. Feeds to Winslow. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Golden State ball.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Luol Deng. And the Warriors also making a change. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Livingston dishes to Iguodala. Pass to Freak. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got his 5th assist in this one. The Heat shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Hickson kicks to Wade. Hickson a screen. Shoots the three. Shot is off. Livingston passes to Freak. Right at the free throw line. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Warriors lead by 16. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter.
Boys. Yeah. Hold on. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Boys.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. As a unit, the team seemed to have a cohesive approach out there. How important was the lift you got from the bench?
Just do it as a team. You know, it's not an individual effort. We're a real deep team this year. We got a lot of guys who start on some good teams, so we just did it collectively.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Draymond Green, with a strong double-double, points and rebounds. He was a force that was not going to be denied with his efforts both on offense and defense. Kenny, what did you think?
He had point guard numbers tonight, racking up those 8 assists. It was a really unselfish performance. He kept the D guessing all night. You could never get comfortable with him, trying to figure out whether he was going to take it for himself or set up a teammate.
This is what you love to see out your star players. He's the guy you rely on to give a team a win. Both ends of the floor, shouldering the scoring load. It was a joy to watch tonight, Ernie.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
Gaming gives you some tips in my team.
I recommend if you're putting a player on
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Bulls in Chicago. And guys, for the Bulls, playing under 500 basketball over the last 10 games. They can do better, and they'll try to get on the winning side tonight. Fellas, it seems like so much goes into being successful at the professional level. I want to ask a more general question. What was the key to your success as a player and as a champion?
You know what? Most people would say you would start at the top, but I'll start where it began. Wilmot Benjamin, Tom Donahue, coaches who've helped me at my AAU, early stages out, then going to the late, great Jack Curran in high school. Those were the ones. And honestly, there's no bigger than family. My brother Vince and my dad were the ones who really got me there.
Well, you got to have great teammates. You know, I'm the first one to say, yeah, I have 4 championships, but one of my favorite teammates, Big Shot Bob, he saved me so many times. Another one of my favorite teammates, B. Shaw, he saved me. Rick Fox, he saved me. So you got to have great teammates, great organizations. You know, they allow you to focus on what you do and what you do best, as long as family and friends and all that. And Ernie, I remember when you interviewed me when I was 18 years old.
I remember that. Now, I had just started at Turner, went to San Antonio, and did a feature on Big Shaq.
Wow, that's incredible.
It was.
Yeah.
I haven't changed at all, have I?
No, you still look beautiful.
I had more hair.
Good genes or good docs?
He's got good doctors.
Let's get to Kevin Harlan. Kev.
We're broadcasting from Chicago as the Bulls get ready to take the hardwood here at the United Center. Well, it was the Golden State Warriors winning their last game against Miami. And that result, guys, was a real shocker. It was just about as complete a dominant performance as we've seen them.
And, guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them wave after wave, and they really...
Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Kevin, I know they feel terrible about how it turned out. I mean, the game was really going as expected until they got surprised with the surge late in the game. Totally overtook them and took them by surprise as well.
And Clark, you summed it up right there. It was a shocking turn of events. Momentum, though, can do that to you.
And it's Freak missing. Chicago leading. Outside Butler. Kicks to Noah. It's stolen by Green. Iguodala left side. Goes up the baseline. And the Warriors miss again. Bulls have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Rose goes in. Goes back up. Here's Noah. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Some changes for Chicago. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Dunleavy in for Jimmy Butler. The Bulls have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Iguodala kicks to Livingston. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feet. Livingston's got his first bucket of the night. And the pass to Portis. The feed to Mirotic. He dishes it to Noah. It's stolen by Green. Iguodala's drive. Livingston kicks to Green. Here's Freak. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. And Chicago shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Pass to Portis. Now Dunleavy. Draymond Green pulls it in. 1:06 left in the first. Here's Freak. Offline with his 3.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
5 on the clock. Mirotic dishes to Rose. Hands it from downtown. Rose has got 6.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Golden State moving it around. Here's Freak. Chicago grabs the miss.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Rose goes in. Can't hit from in close. From deep. He got it! Wow. He caught it!
My goodness.
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot. He'd make 2 out of 100 of those if you gave them to him.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter.
Let's take 'em back.
Bulls lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, talks about now his newfound excitement playing with the Chicago Bulls.
I mean, I think it's been noticeable just because this has been my decision, too. And I want to make it great, actually. Not good, but great.
I think you'd have to say that Gasol's decision to go to Chicago, Clark, was great. He clearly gave it a lot of thought, and it's hard to imagine him having made a better pick.
You know, I agree. Not only is he...
Team Noah, he's checked in for Chicago. Mirotic comes in for Doug McDermott. Different look here for the Warriors. Barnes, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Iguodala comes in for Thompson. Freaks checked in for Ian Clark. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Noah is out there with Portis. And it's Mirotic in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. The Bulls have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. To the inside. The kick outside to Butler. Here's Portis. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Portis has got 4 points this quarter.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Freak. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Inside, here's Rose, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Chicago.
Take note of the work they've done on the offensive glass. Guys, they've got a ton of putbacks.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
And both free throws good from Freak.
Boy, they're really battling, guys. Not sitting back, being aggressive, attacking when they have the chance. I like that.
Man, I like their approach to the game right now. There's tremendous aggression on both ends, putting the onus on the officials. I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
But 3. No luck. Now Chicago takes it the other way. And this game is done. They'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Here's the dish to Mirotic. Tries from 7. It's rebounded by Golden State. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just 2 powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game, Greg. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
Rose against Iguodala. Rose, no good. In a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Bulls up by 4. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hi, Kevin. I'm here with Derek. And Derek, what are the most important things you've done defensively tonight to help your offensive approach?
Contesting their shots. They're a great three-point shooting team. We're just contesting them, getting out and run. That's our favorite thing to do. Get out, run. We got big second runs, shooters on the floor, so open the floor up a little bit.
Derek, always explosive in transition. Thank you. Kevin?
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
All right, fellas. Still anyone's ball game right now. A few things from the first half. Continue to have smart possessions. Let's keep the turnovers to a minimum. That was a big boost to our offense. On the other hand, I was happy with the pressure we put on them with our D and the steals we got out of it. Let's keep that heat on them. Okay, one more thing. A smooth flow to the second half is just what we're looking for. Let's keep things moving, but not at some kind of breakneck pace. We know we can take their best punches and hang with them. Now it's time to hit them with everything we got and see how they handle it.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a net with the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Clark.
It's good, Clark. Really new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. Mirotic is checked in for McDermott, and Dunleavy's subbed in for Rose. Golden State also making some changes. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for Ezeli. Freak comes in for Barnes, and it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Freak, he's in at small forward. Iguodala out there with Draymond Green, and there's Livingston, and it's Curry in at the point guard. They kick it out to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
Defensively, guys, they just don't seem to be giving the same kind of effort that they were in the first half of the game.
Out left to the wing. Here's Mirotic. And again, no good by Chicago.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Now we have a moment to see the best rebounding teams in the league. The Bulls third.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That one is off.
Boy, the struggles at the line this half really starting to haunt them. You just cannot afford to miss free throws. It's like skipping breakfast. At some point in time, it's going to come back to hurt you.
Chicago making a switch here. Rose is checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. McCallum's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Warriors leading by 4. Pass to Iguodala. Jacks up a 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Outside Butler. It's rebounded by Livingston.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them. And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
Noah the screen. And it's Rose penetrating.
What are you doing? Stay down. Stay
He shot 3 of 6 from the foul line.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
And the Warriors making a change here. For the Bulls. Pau Gasol is checked in for Mirotic. And McDermott subbed in for Butler. Golden State also making some changes. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Azili. Freak comes in for Sean Livingston. And Curry subbed in for McCallum. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. McDermott is out there with Rose. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Chicago making some changes. Gibson comes in for Joakim Noah. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Portis. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. We can't let up now. If we stay and make a few plays, we'll be right back in it. His message was clear. Stay the course, Kevin.
And stolen by Barnes. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. Rose kicks to Gasol. Left side, Butler. Green with the rebound. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And he does get the second one, and that increases their lead to 6. Chicago with the ball. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Butler can't get that one to fall. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. He was locked and loaded.
There's no doubt about it. This guy is a leader. He was in attack mode all night, calling for it and delivering in some big plays and baskets. His point total shows everything that I'm talking about. The defense was like, what am I going to do? And he was like, nothing, because I'm toying with you.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
Bros Gaming gives you some tips and my team.
I recommend if you're putting up a player